Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So I have received many questions, and here I'd like to share with you my response on these questions. Number one questions many people ask me, can I get the translations from these books? Okay, is there any Western translation which is I'm recommended? Seriously, we are having an issue right now in the West because many translations of the ancient Chinese book is done by somebody who do not know the subject, and that create problem. Okay, and even like Sun Tzu, the Art of War, it is a mess. And when we talk about momentum, they turn into be energy and so forth, so forth. Okay. So for this two book, the basic of it, the core of it, is actually in this book. Okay. Of course, this is Wing Chun for short strike. So since you guys are Wing Chunner who asked me about this two book, it's explained here, and it really go through with you the what is going on, instead of just translate words to words, those kind of stuff. Okay, and you couldn't find this book translate. Okay, I hope that somebody will work on it, and that's why I want this WCWest open source platform or the educational. Somebody need to work on this, and somebody can do a PhD in Asian art study in the formal university, and if you do that, you want my support, I support you. Okay, and it's just a needed. We need a solution. Okay, I want everybody to be able to read this book, okay, to know about them. And for this book, it's about the qi and so forth. It's actually in the 6 core element books. Okay. So what I do is with the two books is I don't do translation, because translation actually doesn't worth anything. Okay, you want to tell what it is there. Okay, that's what I'm doing, and then later on, like the scholar of Asia study, they can have this translate and put commentary under it. Okay, so that people be able to clearly see what it is. It's just like the Buddhist sutra. You have the translation and you have the commentary. Otherwise, people can get lost for that. Okay, and you need to have a scholar or special people who do that. Like in the ancient time, the Chinese emperor actually did that to the Buddhist sutra translations. What happens is that they have this hall, and everybody in the expert scholar in that hall with the monks and so forth who have experience, and say, okay, we're going to translate this statement. Does anybody agree? Is there any better way? Okay, but today we don't have that, so we have to do it ourselves, and I hope that somebody in the who go to the Asia, who taking or doing studying or go for a PhD in the Asia art study, or Chinese art study. Why not? Just do a PhD dissertations on this, okay, and do it properly so that everybody will benefit. Okay, and another thing is I was asked. Many people ask me on this WCWest open source platform. So I opened a Facebook group. So whoever want to join can join, but this is only for technical, okay? Not for some movie or some lineage politics. This is for supporting the WCWest platform, like an educational platform and tools and so forth. It's like the people who have a Raspberry Pi computer. They have a platform that they support each other, okay? So instead of going down there bad mouthing anybody, people can say, oh, this is my research, this is how it is, what do you think, how, you know. So everybody progress instead of just go sitting down there, your lineage, my lineage. I have internal art, I have chi, and all talk about all this nonsense, and everybody stuck, okay? Okay, so that is for the group. The new group is for that. It is called WCWest Open Source Platform. Okay, you can apply for it, but it has to be serious. Otherwise, you'll be get kicked out from that because we just don't want to waste our time on those things. And the last questions which I want to respond today is a pretty important one. Because one of the friends asked me about, so what is the root cause to have all this internal art problem today, okay, in the traditional Chinese martial art? So what is the problem? So I want to use the following time to go through with this and make my note here, so that I want to make it short. But it will take some time too, okay, because I want to really get through in this thing, because we need a solution. We need to see where the thing come in, and we need to solve this. For other people, I careless, but for Wing Chun, we have to be watch out, okay, otherwise we can get wiped out. And reason for I'm sharing is I want everybody to be successful. There's no lineage here, there's only Wing Chun, okay? So I don't want to get into all those kinds of out of topic stuff. Now, today's Chinese internal art problem is a tragic due to money, reputations, fame and fortune, and shortcut. Okay, and actually this type of stuff, the so-called internal art today, it's not according to the ancient Chinese martial art teaching and practice. Okay, so it is because somebody want the fame and fortune, go out and doing all kinds of promotions, and then people who want shortcut, thinking, oh, if I study this magic chi power or Fa Jing, then I will be able to defeat everything without doing nothing. Okay, you don't even have to be sweat. You have to play the set slowly, and then you get there. Okay, this is opposed to whatever it is, and as I can show you by evidence, everybody can go check in the web. Okay, by records. In 1931, Ma Li Tang, who is in the middle of the internal art grandmaster and so forth, already said Chinese traditional martial need to evolve, cut down, take away the mysteriousisms, all this lineage promotions, I'm right, you are wrong, I'm more superior than you, and then demonstrations in the state like of thing. Okay, Ma Li Tang already do that. And of course, you have this group of people form, and then of course there's the people who oppose it. 1930s. You can read about it in the website. That's part of history. Okay. So what happened is that if you look at this in the West, you don't have people like Ma Li Tang, and we don't even know people like Ma Li Tang exist. And we just take whatever the story or movie, okay? You have Jet Li playing this internal art stuff, you have Donnie Yen play this and that. It's a brainwashing. Okay, and that's why I get to this. And because of this baseless brainwashing, which is actually disconnected from whatever the ancient, it doesn't have the objective reality, but it's filled with what? If you look at all this internet art thing today, including even in Wing Chun and so forth, it is personal view, personal belief, personal speculations, personal interpretations, and alibis on, oh, this grandmaster teach me this, and so forth, so forth. Instead of properly say, describe what is the objective reality. Like you bring out the books of the ancient, we can trace right now to 1560. We can trace the sets, okay, and we can see the different every 100 years. We know what General Qi Guang is doing, okay. It is not. It is all personal belief, personal view, personal speculation, personal interpretations. And then you get into like everybody can make their Li Wing Chun, Santos Wing Chun, whoever else Wing Chun. Okay? Same. You look at it, it's the same thing. Okay? And actually, this is not what I'm saying here. In the East, they already wrote about a lot about this in critics. Okay? People have already released down. For example, in the web you can read about it. They say that about, say for example, the internal art, okay? Particularly when this the KO of the Tai Chi guy by the Chinese MMA, people write it down right away. They say this problem exists in 1950. You look at the competitions between the Hong Kong Tai Chi guy. The record of the videos. You look at the fight record in the Thailand versus Thai boxing. Are you surprised that this Tai Chi guy is defeated or KO in the April 27, 2017? Just look at the 1950s Tai Chi and other martial art fight in Macau, okay, and you compare with the April 27, 2017, the Tai Chi fight with the Chinese MMA. You can see signature there, okay. So people have been saying that. So Chinese is not all sleeping, okay? And we are in the West, we need to know what is going on. And again, is the ancient Tai Chi guy like that? You look at Ma Li Tang, he's internet art guy too, but he's not like that. Okay? So we need to be careful for what happened today. We need to isolate this thing to what happened in the, say, pre-1930s and see what is going on, okay? And so one thing also is there is a get into like it's code, okay? Like they use a mantra to solve everything. Mantra. The mantra is like qi. Qi is a mantra. When you don't understand anything, you call it qi or energy. And another mantra is fa jing. It's another mantra. Nobody knows what the heck's going on, but everybody is talking about fa jing. Another mantra is internal. If it's internal, it's superior. Okay. Another one is a yi or mind power or shen. That is the mantra of the so-called internal art today. In the ancient, is that way? No. You can read about what Ma Li Tang wrote. It's not that way. He's very scientific too, if you check it out. Okay. Now, on the other hand, there's issue also in the West, because if one gets stuck with so-called the term scientific without go specific and try to debunk everything what the ancient Chinese do because of the term scientific, that's also the same, the mantra stuff. It's all this both group of people scientific. No, it have nothing to do with scientific. It's about just their own speculation with their own mantra. Okay. And if you want to talk about mantra, even in Buddhism, you have different mantra for different stuff. Okay. When you practice different mantra for different stuff, so there's no such thing as one fit everything. Okay, and those kind of mantra. Oh yeah, this is BS because it's not scientific. But can you please tell me what is scientific? Oh, we can get this chi power, energy. But can you please tell me exactly what the heck is that? So this is a problem. And then what it lead to is this. In internal art, people using what the grandmasters say to override the law of universe. Okay? They have no idea what it is. You will ask about internal art, they will say, oh, such and such grandmasters say in the past. Like in Wing Chun, many people say, such and such, like iYikKam said this in the past, or Leong Zhan said this in the past. Are you serious? Is that what they say, or is this only you use them as your alibi? Without knowing what it is, doesn't solve anything. Okay, so that's a problem, another issue. So watch out of that. And recently, I bring this up. The following up is because recently I have a Wing Chuner send me videos. Okay, and videos is about the something about Fa Jing and about the mysteria of Tai Chi, the Sing of Qi Fa Jing. Okay. And because many people have import this so-called Sing of Qi, and then you can do Fa Jing and energy into Wing Chun also. So people send me these videos to see. And let me tell you what it is. This is just a cultist, like a cult storytelling. Okay. They absolutely have no idea what's going on. Okay. So in the video, they claim that what does Tai Chi, Xing Qi, Fa Jing do is not using normal athletic activity, and you manifest energy from this Tai Chi relax practice. You produce energy, and then you have this energy, and you can Fa Jing. And in the same video, it said that it quote the book from the past Tai Chi teacher, like from Messiah of the somebody who's the savior of some kind of religion. Okay. And then they didn't get into the explain what it is scientifically. We want to talk about Qi, Jing, everything, right? They don't. They go continue on like making claim on hard style is bad, 内家 internal style is superior, thereby Tai Chi is superior. Instead of going into a root cause of the subject and scientifically, objectively present what is going on. Okay, so the answer is external art is bad, internal art is good. And relax produce energy, and energy doesn't use the normal athletic activity. Okay. This type of stuff is a code. Traditional Chinese martial art do not do this. The traditional Chinese martial art, according to the Qi Guang down to Ma Li Tan, who really fight and who really he's an internal art martial art people too, because his sifu is a Xing Yi guy, okay, and He studied different stuff. You can read about him. So I don't pick him as a particular, but people at his era, you can see, they are internal guy too. It's not like that. Okay. So the entire thing of the chi, loose or relax, what does it do? It is about increase the efficiency of how to use the body, the physical body handling. Efficiency, increase the efficiency or effectiveness of handling the body. Okay, that's what all this loose and relax and chi is about in the ancient China. Okay, it is actually fit into this physical world we are living in. Okay, it doesn't matter you're from East, from West, your national, your country. We live in this physical world. Okay, and they are living the physical too. For example, talk about Xingyi people. Xingyi people you can read about it, and some of them are bodyguard. Some of them is like, instead of bodyguard, security guard. Okay. Or like the security guard who transport the bank money and so forth. Are you serious? You're gonna talk about something nonsense? Those people have to live with what they practice because they are security guards. Okay, you read about that. So it's not all this chi and jing and fa jing and loose and you play things slowly thing which is people think today, or people promoting market today. And like for Wing Chun we know is used in the 1860s uprising or 50s, 60s uprising in China. If you look at the generations above Grandmaster Yip Man, Yin Kei San and above, did they talk about all this chi, blah blah blah? No. It's only after that everybody take buying the i.e. the internal art promotions, and then start getting into this. Okay, with the mind which is not clear. Like the people who like Bruce Lee or Wong Sun Leong, do you think they believe in this kind of stuff? Go read about it. Okay, when I say that believe in this stuff, I don't mean that they don't believe in, they don't buy in traditional Chinese medicine and so forth. But do they believe or buy in on this chi, can sing chi, and then if I'm not wrong, Bruce Lee once said, how come this guy get bigger belly, and because their chi sing to their stomach, those kind of stuff. Okay, so read about it in Wing Chun. So you know what? Enough is enough. Just take all this thing, this bowl out of Wing Chun. Okay, and as you see, example the Xingyi guy, the Baji guy, they are all down to earth. They need to be a security guard and so forth. Okay. And what today's all this chi and shen and yi and xing chi fa jing stuff, you know what it is? It had become get into some kinds of philosophical world, some kinds of cultist world, which got nothing to do with Chinese martial arts. And so many people in Asia already practice that. Those kinds of stuff will never be able to turn around. Because once one exposed on this stuff, it's going down. Okay? It doesn't have technology. It just have promotion based on empty words. Okay. So it is true that there are still a lot of things of our body we do not explore yet. Okay? And we need people to have more to do research and explorations. That's why you can see medical research and a lot of things. Okay, so even in the Chinese stuff, there's a lot of things we can scientifically explore and doing research, understand what is going on, the cause and effect, and then we can use it. Without the cause and effect, I just tell you Qi, the mantra, how the hell are you going to use it? And that's why if you look at that, people have been talking about that and they can train for hundreds of years. Okay, at 30, 40 years, they get nothing, nowhere. Okay. The Chinese don't believe in that. Chinese is always talk about cause and effect. That's their scientific. Okay. And there are many things which is actually still need to research, and so that it can be brought up for everybody. Okay. So for me, if we do it in scientific way, specific scientific way, then nothing can be wrong. Instead of using the mantra of Qi or mantra of science to debunk everything based on nothing, just empty words. Empty science is just a term. Scientific is just a term. You need to be specific, tell what is the cause and what is the effect. Only then there's scientific. Otherwise, same bogus stuff. Okay. And also every human have physical limitations. There's no such thing as a human have no. You practice certain things and there's no limitations, and then you are not aging, those kind of stuff. Okay. Let me show you a few things which is so right now is in the internet. So this is the poor guy, the Tai Chi master who get KO. Okay, by the Chinese MMA. If you look at this is on TV. He was on TV. He was praised on TV. Okay, so he belongs to the young Tai Chi and the loose and soft. Okay, in TV that's he's talking about. Over here, he was doing this push hand and then the Jing stuff with some opponent. Okay, Westerner too. Here is using his internal art to actually cause internal damage to a watermelon. Here is he put a pigeon on his hand and the pigeon cannot fly away. Okay. So this is in the website, in the Chinese website. Then people question, why are you only get KO within 20 seconds? With all your Jing, your internal Fa Jing and your Qi Xing to Dan Tian, everything. And your soft and your loose, okay? Why is that? Okay, and this guy is the guy who is in the CCTV. Okay, what I show you just now is in the CCTV. You can go check it in the YouTube and so forth. Okay. And another thing is that after that incident, this come out. This is Chen Xiaowang of Chen Taiji pushing this weightlifter. Okay. This guy, this big guy. Chen Xiaowang is at his 70, and so in the TV show he won. He defeated the big guy. And after the Tai Chi incident, what happened? This guy, this big guy, wrote down there in his blog, and and you can see in the news that this is a scam. He said that over here, he said that he just pushed the Chen Xiaowang for 5 seconds, and Chen Xiaowang get injured, and then Chen sit on the chair for 1 hour, do not stand up. Then he asked me, what should I do? And I said that it is better in the show to to say that the grandmaster defeating me, that's better. So that's what happened. Okay, so he have all those things. Now, there are two things here which is everybody need to know. Number one, Chen Xiaowang is 70 something years old. Are you going to crazy enough to put your elderly and your senior or your father or your grandfather into this kind of thing? Think about it, okay? How humane is that? You just put a senior guy over there. The second thing is it true that there's some kind of Jing, Fa Jing, and superpower which is beyond the physical limitation? It shows you what it is already. We do not deny that there are certain practice can make people more effective is using the body. But you don't go this far. You push Chen Xiaowang into the line of fire. What can he do? If you say you go there, present this magic fudging and all this kind of stuff, can he say no? See, I respect Chen Xiaowang here. He didn't say he win. He asked the Chinese bodybuilder, he said, what should I do now? Okay. You know, it is very sad that because of fortune and fame, you put an old man or senior into these positions. Just because of somebody fame and fortune and somebody's this magic promotions. So when people talk about, oh, this we have a mo tak and everything, we don't need to talk that far. We only need to talk two things. One, do we respect our own elderly? That is the rule of Shaolin, okay? The second thing is, do we tell the truth and do not try to make something something really, you know, it is true, it is a fact that if you practice properly the Tai Chi stuff and so forth, properly I say, okay, not based on this nonsense of marketing, you can improve your body and you can do a lot of things. But not this, okay? So this is the fact, okay? How can you turn around with this kind of stuff, okay? Now, so whatever the internal art we see today, mostly, I will not say everything, mostly, okay, I don't want to say everything is because there's still good people there, like, you know, Grandmaster Ma Li-Tang, he's an internal art guy too, but he's not this, okay? And I'm sure that there's a lot of people in here, in China also shake their head, okay? But most have already get into 100 years of misleading. It is a cult culture which is going off tangent, sidetracked from traditional Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay? So also it plays the magic thing called Qi and Jing as the center of universe for these promotions. Okay? While they are not promoting or they are not presenting the proper practice of Chinese martial art, which is based on momentum and based on proper Chinese medicine practice. For example, what is Qi? Okay, it's not presented that way anymore. It's completely go out of tangent. Okay. Now, So you want to talk about the jinn, the far jinn, this mysterious power. Have you ever seen any thin or older guy beat the big fat heavy guy in a push hand competition? Have you seen one? Okay. Because one of the Tai Chi classics said, he said the old guy can beat many young guy. It doesn't have to be have speed. You don't have to have a fast speed. You can do it slow, and then you can beat somebody without even concern about speed. Have you seen that? And as what I just showed you, even Grandmaster Chen Xiaowang, who is very good, cannot handle the push of the weightlifter from China, because there's human limitation and you are aging. Okay? And also, all these internet art guys think today, including many Qigong, they don't actually presenting according to the Chinese medicine anymore. It just go giving false security or false hope for people who is sick, who's seeking for help. If such internal art or Qi practice like today we talk about this, you can do this and do that. If it's real, you go check out the statistic. How many rich, famous, upper class or upper middle class or middle class Chinese from mainland China go to the West, like United States or Europe, for their healthcare or medications? Check that. Okay? So all this marketing or promotions of internet art today. Again, I say that promotions and marketing of internet, I'm not saying that people like Ma Li Tang, who really have the art, okay, have the training, who is not supporting this type of stuff since 1931, okay? This is just an empty promise, target toward people who is not well educated, do not know about scientific. You just, or you take advantage of people who is in suffering, okay? That's what it is. It is a business. Like for example, lately after this Tai Chi issue, somebody was exposed. There's a movie star and a founder of a very well-known network thing, internet star from China, who's billionaire and so forth. And this famous martial artist, Chinese martial artist, not really a martial artist, a Chinese movie star, start teaching Tai Chi online, okay? Zen stuff and Tai Chi stuff online, of course, under their own interpretations. You know how much they collect? In US dollar is more than 10,000 US per year. And it's going to go for business because this founder or the CEO said, well, we're going to do this for business. So what did they teach? Okay. So it become like that. It is a cult. It is something which is a business product. Okay. And is that a real responsible type of action? No. You look at the outcome, right? And this type of cult is now melting down because the Chinese themselves alone is questioning things, okay, and call this as a scam. And since the April 27, 2017, it is continuous snowballing. Now, looking at all this situation now, then the tendency, do you want Wing Chun to go down with it? If you don't want, stop it right away. Because you know it's going to going down. It's not going to, it's not going to have this exemptions. Okay, it's going to go down because this is an education. When more and more people have education, people are not going to buy into this thing. Okay. Now, about Qi and Jing, is there anything wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. If you understand it, thing like a Grandmaster Ma Li Tang and the older generations, be in the southern or northern China. Okay. So let's stop using this internal style and external style. Internal is better than external. Those kind of stuff, or more superior, those kind of stuff. Drop it. Okay. So Jing is just force. Qi is just energy. Make it really simple. Jing is just force. Qi is just energy. Jing has to do with physical body mechanics, law of physics, Newton's law. Okay? Jing is just a lively applications of strength or strength. So it's a force which is just a lively applications of the strength. You need to have the strength. Okay. Now, Qi. What is Qi? Qi is just energy. Energy. This is actually very specific. In Chinese traditional martial art, is first thing is refer to your breathing. If you don't have the breathing, we will have. You don't have the stamina. You don't have the oxygen. Forget about it. The second, the Qi, about meridians, is just only about the energy circulations in the body. Okay, nothing else. It is that clear. And if you want to talk about or really develop some kinds of circulation improvement in your body, the energy circulation improvement of your body, you better get the breathing proper. And today, people don't even know about how to breathe proper. Okay? So, Jing and Qi have nothing wrong. But it never replaced momentum. And momentum, like in a real fight, you have energy, fine. You have strength, fine. You know how to use strength, fine. But in a fight, strike can come from different directions. There are baiting action, okay? And there are physical limitations like using speed and those kind of things. Also, there are 4 zones of momentum. Standing like a long distance, long fist distance, long distance. You have a meter away, you can kick your punch. And then you have closing to the body zone, and then you have the takedown zone, and here to going to the ground zone. You can have all your Qi and Jing you want. You can practice that for 1,000 years. But if you do not know how to handle this momentum, you're dead. It's just like you can know your car. You can have a Porsche. You can know your car, your engine, and so forth, so forth. You can have all the best feel. But if you do not know how to drive that car, you're going to crush. So what is the purpose of the Porsche or the Porsche or Ferrari? Not to mention, if you don't even know what exactly is the energy and the force, like most people today in the marketing of the internet art. So where is one? Okay. So there's an issue. The issue is that we need to be careful what is what. And that's why when I composed the 6-13-3, the 6 core element, 13 state, and 3 principle, there is no such thing as internal, external. You want to know what is the content. You don't want to know what is the label. People can call different thing, the same thing with different label, the same thing with different label, or people can call the same name for nothing. Okay. You know, for example, one guy talked about qi. Like people like Ma Li Tang, the real guy who practiced Chinese martial art, talk about qi. It's about circulations. Then the other guy can come and say, well, I have qi too, but he doesn't even know what qi is about. And 613.3 is an analytical tool, pragmatic, scientific, to tell what is what in details. That's why it is an analytical tool. Okay, we need that. Now, when I bring up the 4 levels of accomplishment which is needed, the 2C, 3B, 4A, 5A, which I explain in other YouTubes, the 4 fundamental levels. The reason I get into this only this like a 2C, 3B, 4A, 5A, because I want to start it from fresh to completely sweep out all this term like qi, like fajing, like all this kind of stuff, so that people can actually really study something, get the result and know what is going on, instead of circling in the terms. Like I found out lately, okay, only today, this morning, in one of the class, online class, which is I'm teaching, somebody start to, instead of following the instruction, go keeping rote about momentum. You see that? So I chew his ass. Okay. This thing got nothing to do with momentum. Why are you keeping using momentum? Momentum what? A mantra or what? Okay. So using this 2C, 5A stuff is just get rid of it. You want to attain it. You want to accomplish it. Otherwise, you have no idea what it is. And the bottom line is that all the 613.3 and the 4 level, all this basic stuff. Without this, you want to practice sets and everything, you're not going to get much out from that. Okay. In fact, it's misleading if you don't have this basic. Okay. And we want people to really develop their kung fu, their skill, in days and weeks, so that they be able to experience it and they can continue on to refine it, instead of sitting down there, keeping paying tuition fee for years and years and decades, and keeping guessing, speculating, and then practice what the cultists practice, preaching to another guy. Okay. So the open source, the platform, the education platform is that. If that thing need only 3 hours to start to learn, to experience, so that you can refine it later on, then so be it. Instead of getting 10 years nowhere, okay, and wasting their life, and then keeping saying, oh, my teacher's teacher have this thing. If I keeping practice this set, I keeping follow this way, I will get it someday. When is someday? There's no someday. If we don't get it today or this week, you don't get it somewhere. Most Chinese martial art stuff, the basic, solid basic, including the Xing Qi and all this kind of thing, can be done, can be experienced within a day. Okay? You don't need a lifetime to go for that. And in Chinese martial art, it's sequential stuff. You have to build one on top of the other one. You cannot just jump around and then have this mantra, qi, fajing. Okay? So this is to share with you, and I hope that this clear out a lot of things for you guys.